never voted for a Democrat, but this year I am proudly casting my vote for Vice President Kamala Harris.
It is a joining of the most formidable movement, political movement in Jamaica. This is the movement of the people of Jamaica.
To put our country first. Country first before party. Country first before political ambition.
Hey, move out my way. Oh, yes, so nice!
Hello, JPU family. Welcome to another episode. I know that you guys have not heard us over here in about 2 days or so. So it's been a little hectic, but we're back on. So if you're joining for the first time, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Guys, I have some information to share with you. I got this information yesterday. I was supposed to come on last night, but I was so exhausted by the end of the day. I said, you know what? I couldn't make another day go by without bringing you what you need to know. So before we get started, let me just run through first and see who they here, see if the moderator is here. And everybody, guys, this is some very important information, and I'm going to ask you to please share it. Please give the live a thumbs up. It's not that late. Send it, go give somebody. Call them over here and make them tune in. Because remember, over on this platform, we're always going to bring you credible news. We're always going to bring you fact-based analysis. And remember, over here, we have said many things, almost everything that we tell you in advance. It happens, right? Because there are many people who entrust Jamaica politics and they call us, email, text message, WhatsApp, and they give us information. And I'm not just talking about average people. Yes, we get information from average people, and that's good. Some of them we share, some of them we don't share, because you have to do your investigation first before you come out here and talk things. You understand? We do things responsibly over here. But aside from average people, we are contacted by law enforcement. We're contacted by people in the financial industry. Remember, we told you about proven wealth and the collapse, the pending financial collapse and problem that they were facing. Told you that back in June, and it was only 2 months later where the Gleaner published that they had lost some $280 million, right? So that's just one of the many things that we get very good information over here and we bring it to you. Same thing about what happened in the parliament. We sent out a message over here to the national security people in Jamaica. So they must look into certain things. And you see a couple of days later, them catch man going at the parliament, go try to burn it down. Guys, I'm going to play a video for you real quick to start with. And then I'm going to give you the information that I came here to give you tonight. But first, let us say hi. Moderator, thank you for joining. Welcome back. Child of God, good night. Happy Sabbath to you as well. A very pleasant night to everyone. Miss Prudence, thank you for joining. Welcome back. And yes, justice for Melissa. And I'm going to show you some things about these people too, Those of them who try to cover up for Silvera, try to lie about Melissa's death. I'm going to show you how wicked these people are. Going to show you. Hold on. Let me just one step at a time because I just come back. Been gone a few days. Sometimes you got to take a break because it sure felt good. But we're back here now, up and running. No delay. Okay? So big up everybody in the chat. Thank you so much for joining. Glad to make it here before 11 p.m. even though we are Jamaica Politics Uncovered late night. So I'm going to play this video for you guys, and then I'm going to tell you the information that I've gathered surrounding this video. Here goes.
Big up the labor right thugs them. Oh yeah. Big up the PNP thugs them. And the politics here can't talk about me, so one done. One done. Yes, Shamila. Yeah, me. Well, I'm going to give us some energy to the ladies. Sorry, I'm going to forward on this, sir.
So you just heard Vibes Cartel. And you heard what he said. Vibes Cartel said, big up JLP thugs, big up PNP thugs. He's talking about his supporters, our fans, our fan base, I guess. I don't know. But then he said something very important. He said, we're not talking politics right now. We are talking... Let me play it again. Let me hear that word that he used.
Big up the labor right thugs them. Oh yeah. Big up the PNP thugs them. And the politics here can't talk about me, so one done. One done. Yes, Shamila.
We're not talking politics. We are talking badness. A one done. Teshamila. Now, guys, you all know what this is about. One of the most notorious gangs in Jamaica that have destroyed the country when it comes on to homicides especially. Men, women, they don't partial. Now we know that recently there was the court case that played out in public with one of the reputed gang leaders. You all know that the factions that exist within this gang, you know, some very unspeakable things happen between them. You're looking at Black Man right here, who is alleged to be one of the gang leaders, one of the gang factions in the Klansman gang. He was recently sentenced to decades in prison. We heard a lot of the evidence that was presented in court. We heard a lot of statements. We heard from the accused himself, right? And we also know that Teshamila was sentenced as well. Somebody tell me in the comment how many years they sentenced Tesha to. Let me see. May I wait for the response, guys? Jesus Christ. Guys, me not feel good I bring on the news there, you know. Me don't feel good I bring on the news there. But me have to do what me have to do. I spoke with a group of people earlier from the intelligence community in Jamaica. And they're telling me what's going on. 35 years, okay. And I think it's on appeal right now. So, 35 years, okay. Same as what Vibes Cartel was sentenced to. So, Tesha had been sentenced to 35 years in prison for gang-related crimes and homicides and all sort of something, right? So we know that there's a fallout, there was a fallout, and there is still a fallout because there's still factionalism within the gang between Tesha and Black Man. So the two leaders them have been sentenced. Now, I spoke to some people from the intelligence community. People that I've spoke with before, they've, shared some information went before which I could have relayed to you guys. And the information that I am getting, guys, is that when Vibes Cartel went to Spanish Town recently and basically, quote, took side by promoting one of the gang leaders and basically, quote, encouraging the community or factions to support one gang leader or the other after being invited to the PNP conference and gracing the conference stage with his presence. The intelligence community in Jamaica and in the diaspora are very concerned. They are very concerned that the People's National Party, and one of them referred to Mr. Adidja Palmer as an ambassador for the People's National Party. And I said, but wait a minute. Ambassador, that's a strong word, you know. An ambassador. And him say, all right, if you feel more comfortable with the term activist, then so shall it be. Vibes Cartel is being referred to as an activist for the PNP and an ambassador for the PNP. So that endorsement, that public endorsement of Tesha Miller has the intelligence community tonight very, very concerned about the national security of Jamaica. You know, when I really look at the everything in totality, may I say to myself, say then Cartel now, who is just coming from prison, should have known that, you know, this anti-gang legislation and all them something there in Jamaica, they are taken very seriously, you know, and it's a tool, that legislation that was brought into play to try and minimize and eliminate the gang activity in the country and their players. So when you go out there and you are endorsing an alleged gang leader, I don't know. I don't really want to. I mean, Vibes Cartel is a big man, you know. If Vibes Cartel want to go to prison and come out and behave as if he didn't learn anything, then I think he's 48 years old. That's a grown man. You know, you're not gonna teach this man any new tricks. He's gonna do what he thinks is right. He's gonna say what he thinks is right. One of the gentlemen even said that, you know, or suggested, let me just say he suggested that the police should be looking at charging Cartel for some gang-related business. No, I cannot speak on that because I am not a police officer in Jamaica, and I really don't know too much about the charging stages of the anti-gang legislation. I don't know about it. But as someone just looking on, it's not really a good idea to be going out there endorsing. I mean, I guess, you know, when you first look at it initially, I wonder if Cartel is promoting his concert that is coming up But Tesha Miller is in prison. Me not know. This is really sad, guys. This is really sad because when one of the major political parties is being implicated in this way, where the intelligence community at home and abroad are having conversations and are very concerned about this. But you see, this is why, this is why the U.S. Embassy and the State Department needed to know about the reckless and the dangerous decision making that people like Dayton Campbell and Mark Golding are capable of. No, of course. I don't think they anticipated that Cartel would have gone to Spanish Town to endorse the gang, the alleged gang leader, one of the gang leaders of the Klansman, Tesha Miller. I don't think that they anticipated that. But when you are a major political party, you're functioning as a major political party, there are certain risks that you just don't take. People who make bad decisions, guys. Remember that Cartel does not have the responsibility of leading a major political party. Cartel does not have the responsibility of farming or trying to farm the next government of Jamaica and then having to live up to what that job description is. He doesn't have that responsibility. Cartel is an artist. Him can walk and talk anything. Well, I don't know if him can walk and talk anything because right now the intelligence community are talk about anti-gang legislation and the endorsement of gangs. That is what they're saying. That is the conversation being had right now. So Cartel does not have that responsibility. These guys do. So when they are going to take such a risk, remember the Cartel could have come at the conference and just sit down in the audience like everybody else, And if Cartel was not invited to the stage, he would not have gone up there. So they put Cartel on their stage for popularity. And remember, let's face it, a man who just come out of prison after, 13 years, he probably need to just tar out a little bit more to be able to make better decision, better judgment. Because the Cartel, what we know from the past, well, Cartel sing certain songs and put certain people name in them song them and thing, but that's a art, right? We can look on it and say art. But I don't think the Cartel that we knew from before would have gone before a people in a community and be promoting and endorsing an alleged gang leader who was sentenced for gang activities. Uno tell me if you don't agree with me or if, what I'm saying is not what you believe. Uno believes that the Cartel we know from before would have made such a poor judgment, because it was poor judgment in my view to go before the people and big up and endorse a man who know the file already. Know the file and what was reported by the police and what going on in the courthouse and all the things them that happen in Jamaica over the past 20 or so years with these two major gangs. It is so sad, guys. So sad. Jesus have mercy, man. No, whether cartel change is not our prerogative, you know. About whether cartel change since he, went to prison. That is not our prerogative. Our prerogative over here is the angst that is going on in the national security, among the national security apparatus and those overseas. This is not good, guys. When you have a major political party that is implicated in a situation like this, it's not a good thing. What do you guys think? Let me read some of the comments. Isat is pushing his own political agenda. Cartel never changes who he is, an outright criminal. Okay, if you're right, start cancel certain people visa. Why? You see, everything will come back down to the politics, guys. Everything is going to come back down to the politics because guess what? The concerns of the national security apparatus. Who are they going to go to there? Who are they going to address their concerns with? This is beyond the police them in Jamaica, even though they too are concerned, because they feel like right now the gang and their operatives are being emboldened. Because the truth is, Cartel is an influencer. May have less influence among certain demographics and among certain groups, but certainly among that group of people, the poorer class, the undereducated class, no disrespect to anybody who may fall within that class. But he influences some people among those classes of people in Jamaica. So understandably, when the security people are concerned, when a man of Cartel's influence comes into the community to say to the people, amidst the breakaway, amidst the destruction of one gang where them pop way, and one say them a lead one faction and them something there. So the people them a say no for Cartel go over there. And I tell the people them say a one done. And him certainly never say black man. And black man is one of the leader them. According to court records. Him never say black man, him say Tesha. So they're saying now that they're very concerned. They're very concerned because let me just play the video again for those of you who just came.
Big up the labor right thugs them. Yeah. Big up the PNP thugs them. And the politics here can't talk badness. One done. That's Shamila. Yeah, me. Hold on, I want to give us some innocent.
Jesus Christ, man. Spanish Town is on edge. Why Spanish Town on edge? Who is the leader right now? Who is the leader right now of this gang? Since the two leaders them are in state custody, and we understand how Jamaica prison system is, guys. Jamaica prison system is, it come like say still there road same way. People from behind bars lead gangs. People from behind bars give orders and all these kind of things. You see the crime problem in Jamaica? It'll take more than police. You say if the prison, you say if the prison system, you say if there's not no prison reform, the crime problem in Jamaica cannot fix. There needs to be prison reform. I mean, it's such a difficult, it's such a complex situation, right? I mean, you don't know if what the government is doing on the outside is gonna be more effective and can kind of clamp down on those who play a part from behind the prison walls. It's a hard thing to say. Why? I don't know. I don't know. So here you have the PNP. And when I spoke with those men earlier, they said that they blame the PNP. Wait, see. Them said that they blame the PNP. So I say, why make you blame the PNP? Because, as me explained to you, I don't think them would have known, say, all right, Cartel would have do that. I don't think them could have anticipate that. But say, after him got the conference, I'm going to go out there, go endorse and promote Klansman and them something there. And one of the gentlemen said to me that, have you ever thought about the fact that maybe because Cartel found himself so close to one of the major political parties in the country, he's less cautious about the things he says, less cautious about possible trouble again with the law. And I said, no, I didn't look at it that way. I didn't look at it that way at all. Now, the question I want to ask you guys tonight, our friends, viewers, subscribers, silent listeners, and visitors, what do you guys think? This current PNP leadership want to say in one of the major political parties, if they form the next government, because bad to bad, hold on there. Bad to bad, you don't see the Prime Minister of Jamaica do them sitting there, Certain risk, Andrew Holness is not running. We haven't seen him run certain risk. We don't see Andrew Holness running certain risk. I don't know if Andrew Wallace would run certain risk if he was in opposition. I can't speak to that. I would say I doubt it based on, my observation and watching how he conducts himself today. I think he has experience in the politics to a point where it would be easy for him to measure how detrimental certain risk would be and therefore would not do it. So this is a serious cause for concern, because this is the question that the people they must ask. They must say, look here, if the PNP form the next government, and based on their judgment with Cartel and based on Cartel's own judgment in what he said and promoting gang leaders and things like that, the people are very concerned about the trajectory of Jamaica, where their efforts are concerned as law enforcement officers and agencies in the country. Why may I tell you? Jamaica. Me no know how PNP comes so me no know. I don't know. Because me I think say the time of, both parties have had over time. We know we don't bias over here. So over here, so we are going to speak the truth. No matter who the truth come down upon our which side. We are all aware that both political parties have proved themselves to be affiliated with gangs. I guess it was naive of some of us to think that we are evolving, we are becoming more civilized as a people, and that these major political parties would not give the country the impression or the perception that they are gang affiliated at all. I wonder if no see what really are going here, so. I wonder if no see what going on. You see how long me attacks the Rise United say them are no politician people. You see how long me attack it say them are no politician. Them are just some little people who want power. Them not study politics. Them not understand politics. Them not understand them responsibility. Jesus, Father, man. Jesus, have mercy. No, sir. This can't real in a 2024, yes, sir. This can't real. No matter how desperate a political party becomes to want to get into government, they should always maintain a certain decorum. They should always look like a government in waiting. Anything can happen in Jamaica because we don't even have set election dates. No, sir. These are serious people. This serious. Me glad me come on tonight. I miss one of the past few nights. I want to miss me too cause want to tell me. But this serious. Me couldn't make the night your pastor no talk. So wanna see now say this whole cartel thing blow up in their face. Me no care, and that's the truth we talk over here, say no. Uno see now say this whole Vibes Cartel thing. Look here. Over here, so we don't care what Vibes Cartel want to do. He's his own man. Anything we Cartel doing a good for him have to pay the consequence like we all have to when we make decisions that will go against us. That is cartel business. Over here, so we are talking about the politics of the whole thing. Right? And Cartel find himself in the politics. So him depend on the platform here, so. Because if I never for the politics, we're not talk about Cartel, you know. Because we not really talk about artists and DJs and entertainers and them sitting here. Over here, sir, Jamaica politics uncovered. So tonight now, me uncover and I tell you say there is a serious national security concern in Jamaica and in the US amidst PNP, Cartel, and Klans gang connection. Wanna see how the connection happen, guys? Wanna tell me that the comment how the connection happen? The connection happened. The connection between the PNP, Cartel, and Klans. How did that connection happen? That connection happened because of the poor judgment of the People's National Party. What can really go so do? It's the same judgment, the same poor judgment that they used when this woman died. When this woman husband killed her. And the PNP, Jesus, God, you see and you know, Father God. The PNP sent out little bit of blood and those bottom feeders to come out here and lie to the people and tell the people them say a aneurysm killed Melissa and Melissa only had a little bit of blood at her nose and them know say a gunshot killed the woman. And to make it even worse, Missy Mark Gold in Mother Berry couple of days ago and the whole of them take front seat. The whole entire opposition bench. They are Mark Gold in Mother funeral. Jesus, God, and none of them we call themselves parliamentarian, and one of them out of the 14 went to Melissa's funeral. One of them. The rest of them not even want to talk about it. Them not even want to call the woman dead a homicide. The way how them behave is like Melissa do them something and them no want them glad for her demise. They cover up and the whole of them sit down in the St. Andrew Parish Church mourning with Mark Golding and his family. Now you tell me now, what did Melissa do to these people? Uno tell me, what did Melissa do to these people? If these people could hate woman so much that her perpetrator and her husband did this to her, and they cover it up, they try to cover it up, they try to lie to the country. How can we ever trust these people? How can we ever trust them? When them come say, Sylvia tell them say Melissa was found slumped over. Then them come and say she dead in her sleep. One heap of story. Police guard the crime scene. Them clean up the place. God, me say, hey, one time, God, if there's a second coming, and if there is a judgment, they may tell you, say, there is a VIP section waiting for these people, may I tell you now. The thought of covering up a murder has never entered my mind. I wish somebody would come to me. I wish somebody would come to me with that bull crap. Help them cover murder. I wish somebody would. I'm going to go tell the police. I wish somebody would. Eh? I woman could have loved some. Not even my own pitney. And me first I go tell the police. Because nobody now come bring me down. And these people, the one them who helped to cover it up, went to the funeral. Because them alone could have faced Melissa in her casket, you know. Because at them last she seen her before a year, like, you know. So them brave it and then go to the funeral. Go sit down behind the man and beside the man. Bunting wife, Anushka, right there, son of the glasses. When you see how Sylvia hug up she, like she was the one who said, come lay down in my lap, sir. Poor thing. How he held her and how he hugged her. The body language says, thank you. Thank you for understanding. And when the police call she to come talk to them, she don't want to talk to them. She don't want to talk to the police then. Them a murderer, man. Big and serious, and none of them can step to way over here, so. I wish they would. Me no like wickedness. Me just tell you no. Me no like wicked people. So them judgment is always poor. Little bit of blood in their nose. Yes, man. Little bit of blood. She only had a little bit of blood at her nose. And when they ask all wicked them, if they see her body, they say, no. Only know see a little bit of blood there nose then. You know soon a murderer man and wicked. Oh, they know see a little bit of blood there nose if they never see her body. Me say, if Jamaica want to see the country go down in a one deep dark hole where it can't come out of. You see like how Jamaica could have pulled itself out of Finsack eventually? This different, you know. We are talking about murder cover up, you know. We are talking about some people who make some bad judgment, you know. Them a business. They not no shame. Them not care if you catch them at tell lie. Them just tell some whole it more life on top of it. We are talking about people who will walk on their mother's grave. Their judgment. By their deeds we shall know them. Their judgment is always so poor. And them understand so when them make certain judgment, and just individually, it affect them. So if we don't go put my goal in a leadership a people like little bit of blood not have in a ministry, you know. Them will cover murder, you know. And them the people they will not have in a ministry. I just tell you no. Yeah, I just tell you no. All who follow this platform, we know so we not ramp over here, so you know. Over here, so we criticize the government if they not do something properly. We're not partial over here, so man. And nobody not pay away over here so we can talk. Them a give people $250,000 for come out and come bring down Andrew every night, you know. Pay them $250,000 for go say them a cover local election, you know. Yes. When me say them walk on them mother grave, and them sitting there them do. Me never see a more desperate situation. Me never see it. They went to the funeral to hear who are saying what. Them whole body language in the funeral. Me not like funeral, you know. I first funeral me watching so long. From me bury my brother how much years ago. Me make a vow say, look here, me don't want nobody invite me on a funeral again. Me not go talk on nobody funeral again. Me would wash up the plate them. Me would serve the food. Me would cook the food. Me would work in at the night. Me would sweep up the place, anything, but me not going in a no church and no funeral. I first may have sit down and watch one whole funeral since them time there. And me I tell you say, when them coming at the funeral, they all looked guilty. They all look guilty. They don't want the cameraman to look on them. Them no want nobody a zoom in. When you go a funeral and you mourn, you have time for cameraman. You have time for you look if cameraman a look on you. The only way you feel uncomfortable with people a look on you is if you do the murder. When you go a funeral, you go there for go ball. You go there for go mourn. You go there to put your loved one to rest. When you go to funeral, you are among people who are there to comfort you and help comfort you and your family. You have time for you look on video man and I look on who look on you. Only know so they look on the video man and when the video man them zoom in on them. Then guilty as shit. Me just tell you no. And none of them can tell me nothing, and none of them can step to me, and none of them can run up in me. Because I'm not afraid of none of them. Me don't look here. Years ago, 4 years ago, I have already reported these people. Me no idiot, you know. I swear to God, me no idiot. Four years ago, me give out the warning in the international community. Say, be careful of these people. Them the time they not kill Melissa and cover it up yet, you know. Them the time they will not see them here sitting where them are the brawling now, you know. But me see certain movements, you know. And me say them people here will kill people, you know, and do the wickedness them, you know. And me tell the international community, say, these people are not politicians. They are a dangerous group of people. They must not be treated like no politicians. They must be treated like the plague. Look at their behavior. This is what they do and that is what they do. And Jesus Christ, every time I turn around, the people them come prove themselves, say, I was not wrong about them. When it's not the murder cover up, they might take some risk with Jamaica. And me have to say with Jamaica, you know. Because them believe to say the People's National Party or any party in Jamaica, they're servants of the people, you know. Yeah, them are servant of the people. But through Mark Golden buy the party now for $10 million. Them a treat the people of Jamaica who them supposed to serve like this is some private club. Is it a private club? Eh? And who are paid their salary? Not the Jamaican people are paid their salary, people. What the hell is going on? Where then come with both leadership and come with both politics. This are politics, eh? Them a decision I want see them people here make. And them want, look here. You see, as much as how I'm telling you over here, so brawling say, Andrew Holness must stay there until there is a viable alternative. That is my position over here. So me no one of the first one hear me talk it. Me never tell you no say me I make no prediction upon the next election, you know. I have had guests on the program who have made the prediction and them do the calculation and say, listen, this is how I feel the next election going to turn out. I have not done that. Because as the host of this program, I don't feel comfortable doing that. Let the other experts them come and say, you know, present their calculations and their facts and let them tell you. But my feeling is where Jamaica is concerned, based on how reckless and dangerous I see this current opposition, I feel in the interest of Jamaica, and so we don't end up like 80, seriously speaking, in the interest of the country, Andrew Holness and the Jamaica Labour, I don't care if Andrew decides to resign tomorrow. The JLP would have to find one of the leader to put up there. The Jamaica Labour Party must stay there until there is a viable alternative. That is my position over here. I don't talk that with water in my mouth. And no girl or no boy can come run up over here, so. Going on an argument with nobody over here, so. And if there's somebody listening who don't agree, you can only disagree, but you can't talk in a comment. You cannot talk in the comment. Because you can't come over here so can't defend nobody. We cover up murder and there's something there, you know. Remember, you know. These people are reckless and dangerous. Every God Almighty thing what they do, it just proves more and more each day. So let me just reiterate and tell you now what will come about over here so tonight. There's a serious national security concern. Serious national security concern in Jamaica and in the diaspora. Now, the question that I cannot answer is, which I forgot to ask, if that concern came when Vybz Kartel went to the conference, or if it came after the endorsement of Tesha Miller. I will find out that information and bring it to you. But this should be uncomfortable for everybody, no matter your political affiliation, right? And let me just say this again. This is not about Cartel. Cartel is a private citizen. This is not about Cartel. But through Cartel allowed himself to be thrusted in the politics. He's on this platform. This is not about Cartel. This is about the People's National Party, about the political institution of Jamaica. This is what this is about. It is a very sad situation, guys. Some things I can't even repeat, you know. Some things that I just heard, I can't even repeat it. Can't repeat it. But I think you have an idea. What an uncomfortable situation. So let me ask you a question now. When this man here, when black man behind the bars here say Cartel endorse go over the community, over the Spanish town, go endorse Tesha as the gang leader. What is going to happen now? And this is one of the questions that the gentleman asks. Quote, is Black man going to set his faction and Tesha Miller faction to start warfare? And them, some of the police, them can't bother with, No, sir, this a must prank. God Almighty know I must prank this. This must be a prank, people. This cannot real. Me can't believe all now. And with all the crap on you them a talk about integrity commission, civil society, this a organization that they organize. What is going on? Where do our priorities lie in this country? How where the hell are going here, so? Eh? The police them, the court system, them claim to say they gang cause mayhem in the society. Them a wreak havoc on the people them commit too much this, them do much that. So them a go take them off of the street with the anti-gang legislation, right? So then take off Black man off of the street and then take off Tesha Miller off of the street. I just one question me to ask Cartel, just one question. Why you gone over there and call up a man them? Lord Jesus. Oh, sir. The man them there behind the bars, I just one question me that want to ask, like, why would you go over there to go stir up ants' nest? Eh? Cause I saw it look, people. I saw it look. Guys, me I beg you to just hit the like button over here, so because this conversation here and the information that I'm sharing with you, it must go out there. Because you know what? The police them not gonna come up, come talk them something, The whole of them be on edge, Especially those who are in the police division over there. The intelligence community, they're not gonna come out and say anything. And at this now the difference between like Jamaica and a country like America now. Because if I did in America now, you'd hear FBI press conference already. And maybe them that probably interview Cartel already if they ask certain question and them sitting there. You understand? Then I probably the police, them in the division, them that have meeting already. And I wonder if them should have prepared themselves for A, B, or C. But my target otherwise, they say Jamaica is too free of a society. And it is to the detriment of the country and the people. We in Jamaica are too free of a society. And when the damage is done with Akino, guys, in most cases. No, sir. I pray and I hope that if any of the man them from Punish Town are listen over here. So guys, make the people them live in peace. I hope that nobody don't take anything personal and make nobody press on a button and shove on out for God start no war. Tomorrow I'm take calls, guys. Because really and truly, I don't really want any invasive questions about the information I'm sharing with you because certain things me really cannot say. You understand? Me just share the basics. Tomorrow I take call. I'm soon log off too. Because this is not a comfortable live broadcast. It's not. Oh boy. But things that the politics that evolve, I think it evolve, but You see, you have some elements in the society in a Jamaica where if the country gets any better, if the people them get any wiser, politics won't be good for them because they function better under the politics of unscrupulous, under the politics of wickedness, under the politics of wrong. They don't function well under the evolution of politics. They don't function well under the politics of doing what's right even when nobody's looking. They don't function well under the politics of going to the people with substance. They only function well under the old style politics, the slash and burn politics. I put up a post over here today on the community board where I said that you may not agree, some of us, including myself at times, may not agree with everything the Prime Minister does where policy is concerned. Some of us may never agree with him or what he does. But one thing I can say is when it comes down to leadership, you have to have class. And despite the viciousness of where the politics is right now in Jamaica, this new style of politics that the Rise United people brought into the PNP, which has seeped out into the national politics and now affecting the entire situation. You understand where I come from? The wickedness and viciousness of the PNP's internal politics, which is no longer internal because at this moment, they're not fighting down their leader. People are just openly criticizing him. Nobody's, you know what I mean, doing what the Rise United people do. So that nasty, vicious, vile, uncivilized style of politics, it has seeped out onto the national politics. And so they're trying to treat Andrew Holness like they treat each other. But Andrew Holness is not allowing himself. Yes, once in a while, like the video I play up phone one night, I want to see him losing cool and them something there. And if somebody like me, I lose all my cool from last year and I just start setting up everybody everywhere, But he maintain him composure and him trying not to lose the class that he needs to have as a leader and representative of Jamaica. I mean, I say that's good. That's admirable. When you don't go down and roll in the mud with them, because him not ag, Him is not ag. So him not go down in the mud and roll with them. Them alone a roll. So, politics aside, I have to say that it is indeed admirable to see that the politics of Jamaica the way it is today, that there is someone who we call leader, where we can look on and say, all right, there's still some class there. And, on the international stage, he can be a good representative of Jamaica. Despite what is being said domestically, where our politics is concerned. You ever see nobody has scan Andrew Holness when he go outside of the country? Nobody not scan him. Nobody not shun him and treat him less than. Him still get him respect when him go up on the international stage. And it's the same thing with Portia. Portia was dragged as Prime Minister. I don't know if I choose a woman. I don't know. But who not drag her inside our party, you have people outside of the party who used to drag her. So domestically, and when she lose her cool, them drag her even more. So domestically, Portia meet it too. Not as bad as Oldness, but Portia meet it too. But when Portia went on the international stage, and when she's in the international community among other leaders, she was always treated well. She was always regarded as a leader of Jamaica, who many people were fond of. So this is why I say over here the other night, when I say Andrew Holness, like him a lose him cool, and some I want to say him a appeal to him base, so him have to rile up the base and Rary. And some of our guests over here, Karen and Liz, I don't know if Liz share that opinion, but Karen and 411 did I say, you know, him in front of him base, so him have to rile them up, whatever. And I was very strong against that opinion in saying that the cameras are watching, the world is, guys, remember we live in our world right now, you know, where as something happens, so we don't wait for news media anymore for cover nothing. Now something happen, it depend on the media. So I was of the opinion that Andrew Holness must never, whether him there before the base of his party or him there before the Jamaican people, whatever, always remember the world is watching. Don't lose your cool. Don't let them see you sweat. Always stand tall, straighten your back, and look them in the face. And don't lose your composure or your class. Me strong upon that opinion there. Because next thing you know, them drag you down in a mud and you roll with them like hog. And we know you're not hog, because we know your mother not grey like no hog. Jesus, Father. This not safe. The leaked voice note after Rise United members picking up a LGBT blogger says it all. Boy, not off limit, you know. I think the other night I was over here, we were joking around and saying what's next. You know? Because nothing surprises us anymore. And we're like, what's next? What next? Let me just make a comment on this before we log off here. A poll came out according to the Jamaica Observer. I may have to make a comment on this, guys. Let us just take off this comment here. Hold on. Dan Anderson. Pollster Dan Anderson. Dan Anderson came out with a poll for say, just under 60% of Jamaicans believe that the country is heading in the wrong direction. He says 60% are not happy with the trajectory of the country. This has been the pattern in national surveys conducted over the last 10 years, where the majority generally expresses this view that the country is heading in the wrong direction. So over the last 10 years now, we've had what? Two prime ministers? Yes, 2 prime ministers, couple administrations. So they said the country are going in the wrong direction. Members say under Andrew Holness government, we have had a pandemic, the worst thing that the world has seen in my lifetime and a lot of your lifetimes. Not only did we have a pandemic, guys, we had natural disasters. May I talk about flooding, The people them could have been drowned in. Where the woman named 30 grand? Yes, them the kind of flooding them. Many water like over Elsha. How much flooding we have in Jamaica since then? We had hurricanes and flooding and damages. The last one was burial. We had war. So, as a result of that, all of that, we have inflation. You know how many people left their jobs during the pandemic? You know how many people, when I say left them job, me I talk about people were going to early retirement. I speak for the medical community. I know people who had pre-existing condition, them say, you know what, my life is at risk, I have to quit. People who enjoy their jobs. But because of COVID, they have to go into early retirement, or they had to go back to school and study something different. There are people who lost their business. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on. So, what Jamaica and the world are dealing with right now as we speak, right this very minute too, we're not out of the woodwork yet, you know. And in my opinion, I think Jamaica has managed all of this for a small country, a small population. I feel like say Jamaica managed this better than a lot of countries. Yes, especially those in our region. Jamaica is the only country who recovered as quickly as it did, as a matter of fact. And we first fully open up with doors where tourism is concerned. After the COVID, Jamaica had the most visitors in the region. And perhaps even the most visitors where every vacation hotspot is concerned. I'm even afraid to compare now with the last PNP administration, because the labor rights them not there for 10 years yet. Between 2016 and now, how much years that? 8 years. Yes, 8 years. Me don't know who them a poll, you know. I don't know who them a poll. Because you see this man Dan and this, me don't know what make the Jamaica Gleaner I carry Dan and this a poll. Dan and this no have no relevance anymore in a Jamaica where polling is concerned. I don't find him credible. I mean, I just talk so. I have evidence. Don Anderson told Peter Bunting in 2019 when Peter Bunting approached Don Anderson. Don Anderson played a major part and a major role in the destabilization of our political institution. Don Anderson was approached by Bunting and Golding with money for them take down their leader. Yes, Don Anderson played a part in it. And Don Anderson take them money and run the poll and craft the poll. Witchcraft, me call it. Don Anderson witchcraft the poll and go tell Bunting, say, yeah, man, go and go challenge him, because see the poll here, the people in poll say, you are the best, you are the better man. You are the better leader. Yes. And Don Anderson take them money and boots up their head. And when you check it out, Don Anderson even go as far as to say him put poll together to ask the people him out of Andrew Holness and Bunting. No. He said out of Bunting and Peter Phillips, which one of them can beat Andrew? And then and this is the people them say Bunting are gonna beat Andrew and Bunting can beat Andrew. And we know how that played out. We know that Bunting was beaten by Dr. Phillips. And we know that Bunting even lost his entire seat in central Manchester. Not by 2 vote or 3 vote or 32 or 31 voting. Well over 1,000 votes, decisively, So we Dan and this can come tell we say in Jamaica. We don't want from Dan and this man. Right now, Dan and this for going to retirement and low politics alone. Because him is a big part of the problem. We don't want from Dan and this. I don't even think Bunting recover from. I don't even. Lisa Bunting, they are stage 5 of madness. I done and this to make Bunting a mad out. I don't think Bunting fully recovered from getting false hope. In the study of psychology, guys, you get taught a little research as well. And you get to learn about polls and how, polls are conducted. You learn about the validity of the polls. And of course, anybody who study these things, them understand that polls can be crafted in a way to bring a desired result. Now, the way O'Donnell is doing it, it is very unethical. What he has done, time and time again. What Donaldson did with Bunting, oh God, and who in poll for come tell him say Bunting could have beat Peter. And you know how much money Bunting spent? Bunting outspent Dr. Phillips and him should have win the amount of money him and Mark Golden spend. And plus, them pay Dan Anderson for the poll. And then don't win. So I don't know who Dan Anderson poll, I don't know who in poll. So who in their right mind now in a Jamaica? So the only people them, the 60% when I come talk about Jamaicans, I say, them not happy with the trajectory of the country. Look on where the people them did then a COVID. You could even left your yard. So with sensible person in Jamaica now, would I say all of the things in where the country and the world go through? And come now say, them not happy with trajectory. What more they want? They can leave their yard. Them have a work. Them have a roof over their head. Them a go through the common struggle with the world. With the inflation and sitting. So what the problem? Then and this look like saying go pull the risers, the man come tell about say 60%. We don't want you not from this man. This man expired, man. We don't want you not from Dan and this. God no. It's the right time at this time, guys. Whether you're there Jamaica or you're there abroad, be very happy. We all remember where we are coming from 2020. Enough people got through a whole heap of depression, got through a whole heap of life-changing, situations. Them got through the loss of loved ones and everything. You say if you have a job right now, you say if you have a reliable income right now, you have a roof over your head, you can put a night dinner on your table, and you can put your picnic them at them bed with them belly full. Just be grateful, here. No make them people come make you feel like say the grass is greener anywhere else. Them say home is where the heart is. You see, friend, you can afford your dinner and your bills them. And you have a sure work to go to tomorrow morning. No make nobody fool you. Just be grateful. The propaganda what them a come with, because they want the people them to say, Jesus, the country pop down, the country match down. Everything a crash. No, I lie them a tell. Me see the government announce say, let me say me still have it in here. No, me not have it in here. But me see the government announce say the buses them where them bring come in recently. The electric bus are what they want to call them. Them bring in over 100 and other them, you see? And they never borrow no money to buy a bus them. So if they don't borrow no money to buy a bus them, I feel money, you know. Taxpayers' money. Right? Taxpayers' money. So all when I hear them come and talk about Andrew thief, and if Andrew did thief, Andrew would be a worthless thief. Fear thief and left back money for buy so much bus. And left back money for do so much things. The only somebody here say Andrew thief. And Mark Golden look a handful of support of them. That is it. The Integrity Commission could come out come call Andrew thief. Then could bright. Because the man not thief nothing. And they never did. I just the propagandists them. Them want the Jamaican people them to believe that the sky is falling down. And God Almighty knows say the sky is not falling down. The sky not fall down. Everybody come to Jamaica. They say Jamaica nice. Even the boy where they shot down in Florida they saw. World dog are going on here. The TikToker them come to Jamaica last week. Where they come keep party and one heap or something. Them say, Lord Jesus, Jamaica nice. Jamaica nice. Why am I going in support of them alone and say Jamaica don't nice? And that I want to know. Or everybody else can see the niceness and feel the niceness, but them can't feel it. I want them hungry than nobody else. Eh? Then desperate more than nobody else. What is the problem? Because let me tell you something. If it is that the Rise United people them don't want no work, if it is that all them do is sit down at them yard pan TikTok every day, across the Prime Minister, you know, so we can chomp up one go for me for them and buy them some food. Honest to God, me that do it. Buy them some food, give them some potato for go plant, give them some fertilizer, give them some carrot and show them about farming. Like seriously. Them are going like say they're hungrier than the rest of people. But come to think of it, if all them can do is sit down on TikTok every day and cause Andrew, maybe they not do for generate income. So you know what them need to do? Lift up off of the Prime Minister and go find work. Lift up off of the Prime Minister and go sit down and learn for build one resume. And FYI, if you know over here, me do resume, you know. I do resume. So you can send me one email. I'm going to help you to do a resume. You can't go nowhere and not get no work with my resume then. Right now, young people in Jamaica, if any young person in Jamaica sit down at them yard and talk about nothing and go on, is worthless, them worthless. You have scholarship I give out. You have technical skills where you can go get free technical skills. Me see one little boy on TikTok with you. Him look like him about 21 so. And him tell me say him da go hard to go do the hospitality course. And him say me already have a job lined up to go work on one cruise. And him say him always passionate about, cooking and being a chef and serving and stuff like that. And him say the program is not hard. Him say all who can afford to go, they will get help to go. I scroll TikTok and see it and stop and listen, And I ask him the relevant question. Them say the young people them will want to take TikTok for a career. And when time them see them go up on there and a cuss the prime minister and then generate no income and hungry and kill them. Them need to give up on that and go look for a real profession and a real work. Like seriously. I worked at Old Foods Columbus Circle 2015-ish. Super Plus was world class. I love Whole Foods and Fresh Market. Good night, Mr. Vegas. Big up yourself. Thank you for joining. Yes, so all I will just come. Make a replay this video and then I will do a recap. Yeah, man, over here, so we are real patriots, man. We don't run dirty joke over here, so. Yeah, man. Let me just do a recap, guys. And then we're going to log out. All who just come. This is what we're talking about tonight. The main topic here tonight.
Big up the labor right thugs them. Oh, yeah. Big up the PNP thugs them. And the politics here can't talk badness. Oh, I'm done.
One done.
Yes, Shamila. Come back. Yeah, me. Well, I want to give us some energy to the ladies. Sorry, then. I'm forward on this, sir.
Yeah, so the concern is serious, guys, and it is real. Everybody know Jamaica is a small country. Everybody know the whole gang thing and stuff like that. And as I said, the intelligence community in Jamaica and in the diaspora now, they're really concerned about, the warring faction and that endorsement. Can you blame them? And to see that Vybz Kartel was on the PNP's stage and the PNP's platform just recently, it is of grave concern as we are 1 year away from an election. The conversation and the concern is, if the PNP should form the government, what does that mean? Where crime is concerned and where the leadership of the country is concerned. These are the concerns of the intelligence community, as I just told you guys. And it's a legitimate concern, guys. And this all goes back, as I said before, to the judgment, the poor judgment of this PNP that you're looking at. The chasing of clout and popularity in the wrong way. Michael, where your name? You cannot come over here, come call Mr. Vegas Gigas. Don't do that. Don't do that. I think you're on the wrong platform. Don't come over here, come do them something there. Everybody over here in the chat are on our panel as guests. We respect them. We don't do things like that over here, sir. I don't know where you come from with that style there. First, me I see you. We don't do that over here, sir. Over here, we are a mature audience. And we're civilized over here. So if these are the people who you support and come and talk about gay gas, go on them platform. Don't come over here with it. Moderator, please pay attention in the comments. Because show me read everything that one they could miss me. That one they could pass me. We don't want a bad breed over here, so, you know. We not entertain bad breed over here, so, you know. You understand? We don't care if you want to be a bad breed and watch or listen in silence. As long as you don't come into our comments, come disrespect people over here. Don't do that. And we don't want to have to repeat this every time. Because we know say new people come on the platform every night. But I think the regular people them over here, they set a good example in the chat. So just watch the chat. Now come over here with no nastiness, man. This is what we're fighting against. It starts from the top end of the politics, and it look like so we are go back to a very dangerous time in our political history. And this is why the media in Jamaica, all of them, right? When we see certain behaviors and when Mark Golding come talk about say the PNP, they must get wicked on the labor rights them. I mean, not see none of the media them in a jump. I don't know if them feel like say it's okay for Mark Golding to say that. I mean, no say Andrew Holness couldn't come tell Jamaica people them say, come tell the labor right them for both get wicked on PNP. You mad? Eh? You think say Andrew could have contact so? So how is it that the media in a Jamaica, I don't like their style? Then I come ask Mark Golding and say, what you mean? What do you mean? You're promoting violence. You are behaving like a violence producer. How dare you? Come into our politics. I come divide the people them and I set the people them upon one another. But if you get wicked pan. Get wicked pan what? Eh? Just because you don't get wicked pan one another PNP, no mean say you must come spread on nasty, gutter, vile, uncivilized politics in the national politics. Don't come do them something there. I'ma say the media, what a letdown they are. The only thing when you see them come out, compose and come talk, are either foolishness or where they get paid for it. I don't believe nothing what they say in the media Jamaica down there so. Nothing at all. A man is going to come to the people and tell the people them, tell the PNP people them say, labor rights nah give up this so easy. Your party needs you now. You might talk like a cult leader, like a gang leader. Your party needs you now. A time for step up and get busy and get wicked upon them too. I don't hear Andrew Holness say nothing about it. I yesterday them I get wicked upon you now for sure. Eh? The only thing what them need for do now can kill you, you know. Me just tell you. When this man talk anything in a Jamaica, the media, they're silent when him wrong. Them don't hold him accountable. Why? Why? So let's see what PNP got to know. The national security, the intelligence community, very concerned. Very concerned. The police, them, very concerned. The police, them in the community over there, over in that division, very concerned. Because them say, the PNP make Vibes Cartel come to them conference, on them conference stage, come give a certain perception. And now, them see the thing as an escalating situation where Cartel is publicly endorsing and promoting one of the men from the faction of the Klans gang. Tesha Miller same is one done. This is the words of the intelligence people in Jamaica. The diaspora, the intelligence community in America, our next door neighbor, are also concerned. Our major political party could be connected to gangs. Miss we outlive and outgrow them the time they in Jamaica. It look like say my expectation too high. My expectation supposed to I come is a patriotic Jamaican, you know. Right? But guess what now? We don't want nobody can turn back the clock on history and condemn we down. The media is silent on anything pertaining to Mark because he is the British bulldog. Ah, boy. You see? Can you imagine, guys, if we were living in a time now where all we had to rely on was the media in Jamaica and what our politicians tell us. Suppose we did still live in a them time. Can you imagine? Social media can be a very vicious place, you know. But me I tell you, say, it is a blessing if we use it the right way. Imagine, you know. Imagine if all we had to go by and rely on is our silence, because we don't have no outlet for voice our opinion and talk about certain things. All we had is the media in a Jamaica as it is today and where the politician them tell we. Can you imagine? Guys, we're going to close off the program now. Those of you who came late, you can just rewind. Guys, please hit the like button before you go so that we can help to get this message out there. Only know the police, them now go come out contact nothing. The intelligence community, them just a watch and see. Because police can't fix this, you know. As Mr. Police cannot fix this right now. When the politicians and the political parties are facilitating and behaving like perpetrators. Anyway, I thank you for joining. Come back tomorrow. I'm going to ask some further questions. I've been reading your comments. I'm going to ask some further questions regarding this national security concern thing. Want to know, say JPU get the information, them, you know, guys. Because over here, it's on a gossip channel, you know. I want to sensationalize and scream out and go on with the foolishness, them. So people call over here, so, and reach out to this platform to convey their message and to get it out there in the public where they can't talk. So thank you for joining, guys, and I will catch up tomorrow. I'll be here early tomorrow as I was tonight. Take care of yourselves until next time.
I have never voted for a Democrat, but this year I am proudly casting my vote for Vice President Kamala Harris.
It is a joining of the most formidable movement, political movement in Jamaica. This is the movement of the people of Jamaica.
To put our country first. Country first before party. Country first before political ambition.
Hey, move out my way.